Do I gotta hold it to keep it recording? Or I just...
Nah, you don't have to hold it.
You ready? Okay. Yeah, you might as well just start.
All right, first question. What is the title of this piece?
The title of this piece, I've actually went through a couple titles. Right now it's listed as This Is How We Earn Respect. Like, that's what it's gonna say in the museum. I've kind of like came up with different names since then. Right now I'm thinking like Kill to Live, but that might also be crazy. So that's just, for right now it's called This Is How We Earn Respect. But I'm teetering that title right now though. I want to always be able to challenge myself and all of that, you know? Because it was like, I didn't feel like I can do it. The inspiration for sure is like, it comes from inside, as far as like my internal conflict, like always having to kill off older versions of myself. But also like, I feel like it's more of like a power statement, like kind of like having to get over yourself in order to like do the things you said that you wanted to do or that you were going to do, or proving to people wrong that said you couldn't do it, or proving yourself. This is really about proving yourself wrong in a way. It's very similar to the ones I've probably been making since 2021. One being Ouch, the one with the twins like kind of kissing and killing each other at the same time. It was definitely inspired by duality. My pieces have been like really inspired by duality and like reflections of each other, reflections of yourself. So this piece is different in a way that it's like you can obviously tell which one is being I don't know, like you could tell who has the power and who doesn't in this one. Whereas the other ones, you can be a little more confused over like exactly what's going on, like exactly who's the loser and who's the winner. I feel like this one was I wanted to be very strict about it being a conqueror and one being conquered. This one was different. I was like,
Yeah, no, when you said that, I don't know.
okay, 3, 2, 1. Red boy. It's inspired actually by the story of David and Goliath. I took a trip with my family out to Nigeria, and my mom, or maybe one preacher at the time, was talking about David and Goliath. It might have been my mom. But I drew this little picture in my sketchbook of like Red Boy like beating a giant, like conquering, like slicing the head off a giant. And from there, I like re-altered it to kind of be like to revisit like the twin iconography that I've been using. So I think this painting is different because it's the dynamic is more obvious and more like violent. Like, yeah. Intimidated. Like, and I don't mean that in a way of like, in like a violent kind of way, or like or maybe I do. This piece was definitely like one of like, it was born out of like frustration of where I'm at, where I feel like I want to be versus where I'm at. And like, again, like revisiting like the concept of like getting over myself. Like most of these are just like thoughts I have. It's not necessarily what anyone's like projecting on me. You know, sometimes like your ego would tell you like everybody's against you when really it's just like you. So I do want to make people feel like, you know, there was a reason why I wanted to have the biggest piece in the show. Like I wanted it to be obnoxious. I wanted it when people walk in, is no way people can forget it. one day you will remember when you see something I do years from now, and you will remember seeing this for the first time and not being able to not look away from it. It was one of those, like, I'm taking what I want this time. Like, instead of like always waiting for something to fall or just always waiting. So I want people to just to feel how I felt in the moment. I mean, and I feel like when art is like, it's harmless because it's just color. Like, if you look at my painting and have a panic attack, I mean, like that's how you feel. I mean, it's something inside of you that you resonated with. But I know how I feel when I look at the painting. It's definitely like I feel powerful and also weak because I'm being super vulnerable about who's the person that's being harmed and who's the person that is winning. But at the end of the day, it's all me. So people walk in and maybe they're distracted by how just beautiful and colorful it is, but the longer they look at it, they can see that it's definitely something. Even with the name, like, this is how we earn respect. Like, you have to imagine that I was in like a in a crazy place at the time in my mind to be like, yeah, this is the title. Like, just being super like I don't know, like, I know I'm good at this type feeling, like I'm not too much good at anything else.
Going back to your motto or your mantra of don't overfeel. If you could explain that.
It's just all about getting out of here and getting back into here. This painting, even the process of me making this painting, was me staying present as I possibly could, because I could have got overwhelmed because, like, between me and you, camera, I started this like last week and I've had like 2 weeks to do it. So it's like 3, 4, 5. I had months to do this actually, but like once I got everything set place, I started to feel like all those emotions of like I'm a procrastinator, I'm this, I'm that. I'll never be able to get to where I'm going because I can't do this and I can't do that. It's just like feelings that can actually block what you're trying to do because you're not being in the moment. If you would just be in the moment before you know it, like, I didn't think I'd be able to, like, I felt like I'd be able to do it this fast, but I didn't know for sure because I haven't done anything this big, you know what I'm saying? So staying out of my, using my feelings as an instrument, but not letting it guide the ship. That's it. All right, this is Christian Kwasi Butler, interviewed by BEBE Anderson, shot by, what's your last name, Phil? Phil Washington. Y'all want to say something before the camera cut off? I have beautiful artists over here. They're talented. They all married. J Buck the artist, Vay the singer. Just surrounded by people who's trying to get things done. You know what I'm saying? But thank you again for listening, and thank you for your time, Phil, and your time. Yeah, cool.